Hey, are you wondering whether all this currency creation from the United States, from Europe, if it's going to be good or bad for the Caribbean? Are you happy with everybody handing out a lot of money, a lot of currency, should I say? Then you need to stay with me during this 5 minutes because it can be very important for your future. If you are living in the Caribbean, in the Eastern Caribbean, in the Dutch Caribbean, then stay with me during this 5 minutes. It can be really, really interesting. Okay, my name is Ronnie Calmera, and as you know, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I bring you the data analysis and policy show. This show is for you in the Eastern Caribbean. Let me put my tie a little bit great. Yeah. So this show is for you if you are living in the Eastern Caribbean and if you are living in the Dutch Caribbean, if you're living in on a small island economy. And I'm going to talk to you about this currency creation. Just don't look at that thing that right now. I'm experimenting with the 5 minutes, but it is going to be 5 minutes. So what is it about? You see all kind of currency creation, money creation, but it's actually not money, it's just currency, because the only money is actually gold and silver. But you are creating a lot of currency, a lot of printing of money. I looked at the Fed, and the Fed, I think last week, they said that they're going to create as much currency as possible, as much currency as needed. Now, printing that currency can mean different things for the Caribbean. Our currency is pegged to the Caribbean. For instance, the Eastern Caribbean dollar, $1 US dollar is the same as 2.7 Eastern Caribbean currency. So if they're printing dollars and your currency is connected to that dollar, then you might want to know what's going to happen. Also for Curacao, Dutch Caribbean, $1 US dollar is 1.78 guilder. So our money, our currency is pegged to the dollar. Now when they're printing a lot of this dollar, when they're printing unlimited amount of this dollar, it can lead to effects on our economy. Now I'm going to show you my screen, and in the next 3 minutes, I'm going to show you what can happen. So no matter how that thing turns to 5 minutes or whatever, I'm going to take 3 minutes to show you what can happen. So just watch my screen. So I'm here, and I want to give you the first thing. That's this one. M times V is P times Y. M is the monetary, the amount of money, the amount of currency that they are printing. V is the velocity of money. So how often do you spend that money? Right now for the United States, the V is around 1. And then P is the price, the inflation. Inflation is actually the price going up, and deflation is the price going down. And Y is the total income in the economy. So now imagine they're printing a lot of the M of the currency. And the V, let's put the V is 1. Let me change this equation a little bit. Let me put the Y on the other side so that you can see the inflation. So the same currency equation, I just put the Y at the other side. So I divided by Y. M times V divided by Y is P. So now all the policies, they want Y, which is the total income, the GDP, gross domestic product, they want it to grow. But imagine this situation. Imagine this situation where we have, let me see, put it there, down there. Imagine this situation where the V is 1. So you can print a lot of money, and the V is 1. That means that on top it will become very, very high. And if it becomes very, very high and you divide by a same Y, that means that inflation, the P, is going up. So this is in monetary theory, that when you print a lot of money, when you increase the M, and you have a velocity of, say, 1, then actually what you're going to create is a lot of inflation. Now, imagine that for the Eastern Caribbean and the Dutch Caribbean, if you are trading with the United States and you're trading a lot with the United States, so you're buying products from the United States, both, let's look at the imports. You are importing all your food stuff, you are importing most of your stuff, most of your food, everything actually, you're importing it from the United States. That means that you're going to import that inflation into your country, into your island. So what is going to happen in the United States if the inflation goes a lot higher, say like 5%, 10%, because they are creating a lot of currency? That means that we in the Caribbean, we're going to import a lot of that inflation, and our food prices, our energy, if we are importing from the United States, our cars, our everything is going to go high, because in my macroeconomic models, and I have created 10 of those macroeconomic models for all the 8 islands of the Eastern Caribbean and the 2 islands of the Dutch Caribbean, Curaçao and Saint Martin, we have an equation where we say we import inflation. We import the prices of in the United States, and that's why our prices are also dependent on the inflation, the price growth in the United States. So that's the first thing I want to say to you. It is very important. Now, what happens if the V is 1? First, because people don't want to spend a lot of money, they create a lot of money. The Fed creates a lot of money, and a lot of currency, I mean. And then suddenly people keep the V low, but suddenly they start spending more. The V is higher, so people start transacting. That's what it means when the V goes higher. Then suddenly you will see the effect of all that money created. Okay? So, if you want to stay connected with me, then you might want to think and look at the next quick shot. Hey, stay connected with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. So I've shown you exactly what it means, that equation, and I showed you exactly what it can mean when people like the Fed, organizations are printing money. It might be very, very good because businesses are receiving a lot of currency, they are receiving more loans, etc. But when you create currency, it will lead to price going up ultimately. Otherwise, the only way to do that is that the Y needs to grow significantly. So if the M, the currency, increases by 5% and the Y increases by 10%, so the economy grows by 10%, then you can counterbalance inflation. But if the economy doesn't grow, all that money, all of that currency, can eventually lead to inflation. Now, what is your strategy in the Eastern Caribbean, in the Dutch Caribbean, to transform your economy so that you are less dependent on the inflation? What is your growth strategy? What is your transformation? Have you thought about this? Beyond the COVID-19 pandemic, have you thought about how you can fortify your economy, how you can strengthen your economy? If you want to discuss more about that, just wherever you are on YouTube, click the comment below. If you are on LinkedIn, click the comment below. If you are on Facebook, click the comment below. Okay, click the comments below and then tell me what you think. Now, if you want to have the 58 secret golden indicators to be able to create an economic framework where you analyze these kind of things, these 58 variables are not known to anybody, but when you join my way list, when you join that, you can grab the cheat sheet, and that cheat sheet will show you the 58 variables. And I'm giving those 58 variables right now to my community for free. But those 58 variables are the variables that I give to my private clients, to my paying clients, and I'm giving it right now for you for free. So, till next time, Wednesday, same time, same place. See you. Bye.